Next.
Numero quattro of the IPA flight. We've got Juice Tree, a tasty little number that is a New England double IPA. Beautiful can art. Definitely was not an inspiration for our beautiful background work on all of our video content. No. Never, ever would we get a good idea from someone else. It's actually beautiful. I think Portage has incredible cans.
Consistent. That's what I love about it.
I think Portage is just a wonderful brewery. You guys have heard me talk about it before, unless you're new here.
On the way to the cabin.
Listen up. No, it's just past the cabin. Oh. Up in, right by Leech Lake, which is fucking massive, by the way. But Portage Brewing, really cool tap room vibe, really good beers across the board. You know, my only, not complaint, but, you know, thing that's a bummer is, like, their beer is so good and they get such good traffic in there, especially in the summer, that shit goes so fast. And sometimes they're like short shifted with which beers are on, because I show up and I'm like, oh man, all the really good ones just got crushed. Shit. But you show up on the right day, dude, I'd put them neck and neck with the majority of Minnesota breweries. They're awesome.
They give me Salt Spring Brewing vibes. And I don't know if did I send you a Salt Spring Brewing beer? I don't know if I did, but anyways,
don't think so.
Back home, Vancouver Island, the two staples are Salt Spring. The niche staples, I should say, for like the hipsters, the beer aficionados like Hoppy and myself are Tofino and Salt Spring. And again, I haven't been to the tap room yet at Portage, but it definitely gives me those Salt Spring Brewing vibes.
I'm getting like an in-between from all of the beers we've been through today. Like, this is not the like most orange juicy. It's definitely not the most like clear-ish. Like, it's obviously got a little haze to it, but stands out alone.
Wow.
Going in parallel with the name, Juice Tree is a juicy motherfucker.
It is juicy to the max, dude. Wow.
Bit of a juice bomb in the best way possible. So again, for those of you that aren't as big on the juicy, fruity flavors, maybe it's not as much your vibe, but I do think that, like, I don't know, again, having it side by side with pizzas this whole time, like, this really isn't
changes
like,
things a bit.
It's not a big deal either. Like, I haven't had a single one of these and been like, this doesn't work with pizza. Because I have had beers where it's like, you know what? I love this beer, but I shouldn't have ordered it alongside my pizza.
Yeah.
Like, you either have it before or you like wait until way later and have it for your dessert. But like, all of these have vibed great with pizza. And I mean, maybe the cheat code is that they've all been 7th Ave Pizza, but hey, we'll figure it out. Enjoying now the delightful, delectable MeatSauce pizza, which you all know is just incredible.
I'm wailing.
It is so good. It wails. It definitely wails. Thank you, MeatSauce, of course. Those that don't know, by the way, the real difference between that and a standard pepperoni and sausage, there's something about those meatballs that's like softer, more airy to it, but it's still got a good flavor. It's not going to have the same spice as a sausage necessarily, but
that's
it's like,
it. That's the biggest difference.
No,
it doesn't
I
have
don't
that
think
spice.
It's the biggest difference. I
Really?
think the bigger difference is the consistency of it. I think sausage is usually a lot more
chewier,
like tougher, even like not tough because like it's not steak, right? But
chewier,
like kind of chewier. It's like it's almost more like it's a lot more like it's not fried, but like there's just like more to it that it's like hardened. It's not.
There's less fat in it. It's chewier.
But the meatball, it's just more airier. It's softer, and it's just like goes down so perfect. Because right away, my thought was like, so it's sausage and pepperoni. No, it's not. No,
not even close. Not even close. It's a completely different type of pizza. I agree with everything you said there. Look, 7th Ave, they're not going to jip you. They go generous with the amount of meatballs that they put on this pizza. Oh my goodness! Like. Every slice, you're getting a few. Even if you're going squares, you psychos who go squares. But anyways.
Now, the player in the Minnesota Wild organization that is most inclined to be a big fan of this, I'm going to take you guys on a little journey here. This one's a little bit more abstract. Imagine you're a kid, grows up, born and raised Minnesota boy. You live in Edina. You're given cake. It's served to you at your front door on a daily basis, which, I mean, hey, who as a kid isn't going to love that? As an adult, it's probably a questionable decision, especially with the high rate of diabetes in this country. But aside from the point, you're a snob, right? You're in Edina. You're a snob. You're probably only willing to eat Pizzeria Lola, maybe Hello Pizza on occasion. And you're not even going to fucking touch a frozen pizza.
Oh, no. If it's sold at Lund's in the frozen section, you ain't touching it.
But you've never left the Midwest. In fact, you've been in Minnesota your entire life up until recently having some bouts back in Iowa. You played for Edina. You played for the Gophers. You captained the Gophers. And now you're in the Minnesota Wild system. Good chance that you are probably a big fan of KFAN. And you are absolutely going to give your first shot, your one and only try on a frozen pizza to the one that MeatSauce says you need to eat because it fucking whales. Sammy Walker, step right up. You are the most likely to be the MeatSauce Pizza super fan for 7th Avenue Pizza. And guess what? He's probably not going to venture any further. He's not going to try any other styles. He's definitely not going to try any other brands, but he will eat the MeatSauce Pizza whenever he fucking can.
That is the best player to choose for that one. And like, what else is there to say? What else is there to say? Now, we're big Sammy Walker fans here on the podcast, and I'm going to say this, and I have to give some context to it. It's not that we don't think Marco Rossi, doesn't deserve.
Jesus Christ, this is gonna be a long one.
A call up to the Minnesota Wild. Listen to the last Judd's Buds episode. Hell, listen to Judd's Buds when I was on the show as well, like 3 or 4 weeks back now. Hell, even you're watching this on YouTube right now. Go check out some of the other videos. We've talked about that so much here. You know our opinions. Sammy Walker right now is the most deserving based on. We don't really have to worry about his development. Rossi, there were some issues at the beginning of the season, and the guy's having a hell of a season. Why not give him a look right now? That's my opinion. We're on the Sammy Walker. Let's get called up to the Wild right now.
Well, and guess what? Matty Cheese Pizza is a big fan of having Sammy Walker on his line.
He loves him.
Like, what more reason? Oh,
instant chemistry.
Guess what? You gave the kid with no flavor palette a 7x7, and things haven't been the best since then. Bring up the guy that he was happy playing with again. Why not? Why not bring up Sammy Walker? And who knows, maybe he can even introduce a little bit of flavor into Matt Boldy's life with the MeatSauce Pizza.
Maybe Matt Boldy even shares his cheese pizza with him.
Sammy would never.
Sammy would be like, you fucking peasant.
But biggest shout out.
Where did you go to school? Boom. Boston?
Shout out Portage Brewing. We so badly want to get in touch.
Can't wait.
Record some stuff on site because we will be up at the cabin a lot this summer. Great beer. Great pizza, of course, with the MeatSauce Pizza. Shout out KFAN for how awesome they've been in working with 7th Avenue Pizza, bringing it into everyone's lives because God knows we do everything we can. Our reach just is not that of KFAN. It's not possible. If we're ever even a fraction of what they do, we've done real great things.
We're rolling in it at that point.
But great pizza. Sammy Walker, we want him up with the Wild, at least for a stint here at the end of the year to see, hey, does this guy have a shot next year of being up with the big boys?
Dude, look, Zuccarello, a great player. Did we ever think he was going to be Kaprizov's guy? Dude, I would have never predicted that. I would have never predicted that. Smaller level, Sammy Walker, give him more of a chance with Boldy. Maybe he becomes his guy.
I'm as straight as they come, but you look at that sexy motherfucker, Zuccarello, you knew that Kaprizov would be swooning. There's no way.
Oh, man. Well, swooning, but wanting to develop the chemistry with him, that's another story.
He hung out,
put it this way.
He hung out with Zuccarello and his family during the All-Star break.
I swoon over a lot of people. It doesn't mean I have chemistry with them.
You find chemistry.
Kaprizov is basically, the Zuccarello's kid's uncle at this point. That one video of his kid looking at Kaprizov, just like he was family. Ugh. Unbelievable.
But again,
Cheers, man. These are unbelievable beers.
Cheers to all of the beers. That's right. Run it down again. We had a collaboration between Falling Knife and Lupulin. We had Drastic Measures. We had another collaboration between Drecker and Barrel Theory. And we finished it all off here with Portage. Tune in for our next one. We'd love to see in the comments which beer style you want us to hit next. If there's a brewery that we haven't brought in that you feel like we're disrespecting, tell us. We will, more than likely, follow suit with whatever you guys request.
And if you guys want us to do a flight of beers outside of the state, let us know as well. Send them our way. Get in touch with us at the Sota Pod. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next flight.